Go get him, buddy. All right, good morning, good Monday morning. We're back at the Peterbilt 362. It's time to get to work on some things. It's a nice cool 55 degrees. November in South Mississippi ain't bad, especially look at the clear skies, it's so beautiful. Okay, so we've been working on a lot of things, but today we're gonna work on our motor mount bushings. Let's take a look at it. All right, you see that motor mount? That motor mount is just about wasted. That actually has the most, it's right back here. It is wasted. There's nothing between that and that bushing is gone. So have a guy coming down. He's gonna bring a torch. We're gonna get that thing out of there and we're gonna get this thing back up in shape, one piece at a time. Okay, update on some things that we've got done. We've got the springs on the front. We've got this set up. We got the new pins, new bushings. We got new shackles. I wasn't able to find this shackle right here. You know how it mounts right to the bumper. So we're gonna try to reuse this shackle. We got a new bushing and a new pin to put in here and see if we can get that all worked together. I'm gonna need to put on a new shock there. Looks like it's leaking. I've got new S-cams coming and bushings, and we're gonna get that done. But so far, getting this stuff ordered and getting it put in place has worked out great. We already started stuff on the engine, and let me tell you, so far it looks like this engine's gonna be a little bit better situation than we maybe originally thought, but we won't know for sure until we take these heads off. So we've got some leaks on these gaskets, on these heads. Ordered a new gasket kit. We're hoping that we can take these off, get them checked out, make sure that everything works good. What tells me is things are going our way is on this exhaust manifold, not one bolt broke. They all came out. And that is something that, well, people say they don't really see that often. So we took the valve covers off and everything looks clean under that. So if this looks good, we'll probably hold off on a rebuild or taking things out and doing anything different on that for right now. All right, so here's our motor mount bushings. Now this we got through Peterbilt. One of the things with Peterbilt is you're gonna pay a little bit more for the parts, but when you have an old truck like this 362, it's hard to find the parts. So you have to kind of play the back and forth game of buying some parts that aren't too ridiculously outpriced. So I could have saved probably $10, $20 a bushing by finding them online. But then next time you call them up, they're not going to spend all that time finding your part numbers. They're just not going to work with you anymore. So you got to have the back and forth. I see some guys, they just call up, they get the numbers, and they take the numbers and they go buy the parts, and then they come back and they wonder why they won't work with them anymore. Well, you got to work with them a little bit, okay? So we've got the bolt, we got two washers, and the lock nut. So how this works is this goes on top of the engine. Then you work with this washer. This goes below that engine frame, and then we'll put the bolt through here like this. So the big washer on top. Then you go through the frame on the actual truck frame, the mount, and this bottom washer goes on, and then your lock nut. So you can see how that bushing is going to look a whole lot different than the ones we got on there. All right, well, here we are with the motor mounts. We're going to torch these old bolts out.
Harbor Freight torches.
Harbor Freight torches are the way to go. We only like quality around here. Watch where you're pointing that thing.
Yes, sir.
I've melted a few things I didn't mean to melt before in my life.
Yes, sir.
Like my little brother.
I shot my older brother's tooth out with a BB gun once.
Dude, that's not an accident though, is it?
No, I did it on purpose. Because he kept shooting me with, I had a little, you know.
So yeah, because you aimed it at him and shot him.
Yeah, we was playing war. Well, he always had a pellet gun, and I got a little BB gun with a Red Ryder off of Christmas Story is what I got. Okay. I watched the BB leave the gun. You know, I had the arc to it and everything.
I think every set of brothers who's had BB guns has probably shot each other.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hopefully that just smashes right out of there.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, so we got everything torched out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cracking. That's not gonna work. Okay, let's try this again with a 4x4. Put it in there, baby.
Sounds organic almost over there.
All right. Mama says it works. That's how it looks. The bushing. All right, we got our new bushings in right here. Haven't bolted them in yet, doing both sides. Let's see if we can get a good picture here. Bushing just sits in, put a little grease on it, help it go into the bottom bracket. Bolt through it, and then we'll let it down. Put a washer on the bottom and then put the nut on. Pretty simple once you get the old ones torched out. That's it, and that's how she's done. She's tightened up a little bit, but look at her, she looked good. Motor mounts are done. That's set. Now we're working on the rear ends. They came in. We're gonna get those on, well, maybe tomorrow, working on those, and we started working on this frame. You can see how it's welded together. It's got it needs a lot of nursing, a lot of work. And one of the things, it looks like, instead of drilling the holes, went ahead and just torched holes, which I'm glad they didn't do too many of them. They just did this one, they did this one. Looks like this is kind of torched on the end, so maybe that one, but not too much heat on the actual frame. We've got part of the frame liner out on one side, so, and you can see all these are just torched in. This is about a 9 11/16. Can't find that anywhere. I did find someone who has a 10-inch. We're gonna go down there and check that out tomorrow. Maybe 10-inch can fit in there, lube it up, do something like that. Now I wanna show you guys something. If you have a small company, maybe you have 1 or 2 trucks and you don't know a ton about trucking, but you're running some trucks because it's a good business opportunity. Let me show you something you need to watch out for when you go get your inspections. Okay, this trailer passed inspection a couple weeks ago. Look at that. Real bad shape there. Real bad shape there. Now if you get stuck with the DOT, you're gonna get out of service and you think your insurance is high, but you ain't gonna have insurance because you ain't gonna have a company. And that's just a couple of the issues with this trailer. There's a lot, and we probably have $6,000 worth of stuff that's gonna have to be done to this trailer for a guy who doesn't know a lot about trucking. Great guy, but he took it, got it inspected, got the DOT certification, yet look at all the stuff that's wrong with this trailer because he just doesn't know. There's like no tread on that tire, there's bald spots. So keep that in mind. You got a small company, just because you pass inspection doesn't mean they even inspected it. So you've got to be on top of your game and make sure you find someone who really is going to go over that truck. All right, that's it for now. Yeah, get to cleaning up, man. Get the broom, go clean that mess up.